Hello everyone, I am back again with another hot topic, and the topic for today is coronavirus. I know there has been a bit of delay from my side in addressing this topic, but as it is said, it is never too late. So, before we dive a little bit deeper into our topic for today, I just want to quickly go through a motivational statement, and that is knowledge without its practical use is merely information. And I want to I will see your comments on the bottom of this video, and it will be highly regarded, and I will be highly motivated if you drop down your comments and what you interpret from this statement. So let us start. What is coronavirus? When it all started, what is happening now? We will all go through all the major points very quickly. So it all started on December 31, 2019, when China told WHO that it suspected several cases of pneumonia in its Wuhan, that is in Hubei province, and it said it was from unknown causes and sources. After 10 days of that, on January 9, 2020, WHO issued a statement that coronavirus has become a pandemic. It has gotten out of the hands, and it is unknown, it is new, and so it has to declare it a pandemic because many cases across the globe were emerging. Till March 2020, several thousand people were killed, of course, by this virus, and nations were forced to take preventive measures. Different nations followed different approach. Some imposed curfew, some imposed lockdown, some did screening, and even within a nation we could see a lot of variation. If we take the example of our nation, India, Madhya Pradesh imposed something totally different from what Punjab imposed. UP had a different approach. Mumbai got in total lockdown. West Bengal got in total lockdown. Tamil Nadu got in total lockdown. So this was the approach that different government felt and imposed. What scientists came up after a few days of that, that this virus, the spike protein of this virus, has a much higher affinity, and its binding power with the ACE2 receptors of the human body that are present on the surface of your skin. It binds with that with much higher affinity, approximately 10 to 20 times higher affinity than the rest of the virus that we have seen around. And they also told us about the incubation period, which earlier was assumed approximately 2 to 14 days. After a bit of time, they said we were shown that it was approximately 28 days, then it again came back to 14 days. So all of this happened because there is no certain amount of data, and people are still researching on this. There is a lot of R&D going on this virus, and every day there are new developments. So this virus was detected by the test RT-PCR, reverse transcription polymerase chain reaction test, which is a DNA based test and can be done quickly to tell about the virus. This test was also awarded a Nobel Prize in 1993, and this virus It is a spherical shaped virus, and its spike protein is mushroom shaped, and when it binds with the ACE2 receptors on the body, it is very hard to remove it from that surface. So it is advised to wash your hands or sanitize it with alcohol based sanitizer. And since soap is very effective because it melts the fatty layer and it destroys the RNA of this virus. Surprisingly, due to this virus, many people have to study a lot of biology in these months. So this is all the content that I could find out, and it helped me to understand this topic better, and I hope it will do the same to you. So what happened was, when the genome sequencing was done, it was found that it matches 98%. Its protein sequence was matching 98% with the bat coronavirus. So there was a popular news that went around that this came from bats. Actually, this was not true. The viruses have a long history before humans, and it dates back millions of years ago, when human DNA was not found, because we all know that we all evolved from various organisms, and the primary viruses and bacteria they date back even before humans, and so they have always been present. And bats and various other bird species have evolved themselves to be resilient to these viruses, so they can carry, even humans and other organisms, they carry viruses and bacteria along with them, and so do these birds species. So this coronavirus was nothing new. It was a zoonotic disease that was already known. Actually, what happened in 2012 in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, there was a surfacing of this virus that was MERS, that is MERS, Middle Eastern Respiratory Syndrome, that was initially found in dormitory camels that were used there, and it evolved, then it became something else, and this is approximately a common family of viruses. And so who did these nomenclature? The nomenclature was done by International Committee on Taxonomy, and by following the guidelines of WHO disease naming protocol that were issued on May 2015. Everything about this viruses, its structure, its DNA, everything was found out by genome sequencing. So this was a very promising step for development of vaccine also. And in India, this genome sequencing was done by National Institute of Virology, that is in Pune, and they identified it with the genome of SARS-CoV-2. So what is how we are going to stop the spread? By identifying how it spread. So it was found out that it spread by the respiratory droplets of infected people. So it was advised that everybody should wear masks, because the entry point of this viruses into humans are the eyes, nose, ears and mouth. So if we block these entry points, it is highly protecting your body from catching this virus. The vulnerable groups were found to be above 80 age group, and also those with pre-existing medical conditions. And if we look at the symptoms, as if you are asymptomatic, you could carry this virus and you may not even know that you are spreading it. But if we come to the symptoms, it may start with common cough and cold, and then it goes with fever, and if it develops more resilient, then you may even, as it attacks lung, you may even feel breathlessness. So these are the common symptoms, and whenever anybody across you or anyone you know comes or falls under the category of these symptoms, it is highly advised that you consult a doctor and then see what he says. It was very flowing in the news that meat and everything should be stopped, and other things were also in some parts they were stopped, but it was found out that it has nothing to do with meat. And also, anywhere you go nowadays, you will find that you are scanned with a thermal scanner, but that only works if you have fever. Otherwise, it is not of much use. So if we are talking about coronavirus, if you are giving any exams or something, it is highly advised to you that you go through this, study this coronavirus family. It has 4 subfamily gene, that is alpha, beta, gamma and delta, and this coronavirus is from beta coronavirus gene. So this when all of this was happening, we saw social distancing was very prevalent, and it is acting as a blockade to stop this virus, blockade in stopping the virus. Because what happens is, when a person is physically close enough to an infected individual who come in direct contact with their bodily fluids, then it is highly susceptible that you may catch that virus. So the challenge is isolation and identification, because in many cases, or in most of the cases, approximately 80% of the cases, you are asymptomatic. You will not develop any symptoms. So it is you may not even know that a person standing in front of you is having this coronavirus. There are some technical terms associated with this. The first one is, what is flattening of curve? It is nothing but a process when you slow down the spread of virus to lower the number of peak. Whenever a nation hits a peak, the graph, if you plot it, it comes decreasing, and so the demand of hospitals and infrastructure on the government, it reduces, and it is a major point in controlling the virus. Also, it is not very effective, because you may also come up with a second wave or a third wave of coronavirus. So nothing is certain in this case. It is a new case, and it will be studied till its end. The second thing is this pre-existing medical ailment, or if you are immunocompromised, what happens is, you are having a weakened or impaired immune system pre this period, coronavirus period, and you are already ill. So it attacks very aggressively on your system, and there are high chances that many people are not making it. Then another thing is plasma transfusion. When this is not a new method, it has been done in the past, and what happens is, when a person recovers from this illness, its convalescent serum plasma is taken from a recovered person. It contains the antibodies for this COVID-19, and it is given to a infected person, so that its body sees the antibodies and develops them. It works on this concept. So what is wrong? Why are people, why are government not doing this? It is simple because it needs people to fully recover and develop antibodies, and it is also seen that many people who develop antibodies, they do not develop antibodies to a certain level that they can give these antibodies to another person, because your body, they have to, in order to completely remove this virus, they should have a certain amount of antibodies within the living tissue, your tissue. The multiplicity of this virus is concluded by the value of R naught, and initially this R naught number, it is nothing but how much, on average, how much one infected person goes on and causes other number of cases. Initially it was said that it was around 4, that if one person gets this virus, it may give it to 4 other persons, and then those 4 other persons will give to 16 other persons, and so on. So this is an exponential factor, and it is seen and commented on by various experts that this exponential rise, it is very hard for a normal human mind to understand it. So any views or comments from, if they are not from expert and they are not following the science, I would say that you should not follow them, because this is a new disease and they may give you some or the other misinformation, knowingly or unknowingly. And now we are coming towards what is self-isolation and what is quarantine. Self-isolation is when you are confirmed to be ill, then you are isolated from the social background, and you are almost alone. And self-quarantine is, as it is saying, that you reduce your social exposure, and you attain self-care. At the initial stages, we also saw this concept of herd immunity, and many of you must know, but it is my part to tell this video. So this herd immunity is nothing but when you allow whole population to get the virus biologically to produce antibodies within an organism. The problem with this is it works on the theory of evolution. So the people who are weak, that cannot sustain this virus, will eventually, it works on the theory that they will eventually die, or they will they have to give up themselves, and the population who is strong will go on to do the regular things they were doing. So, but also to attain this herd immunity, it is important that 2/3 of the population should catch this virus, and which is not the case if you are doing social distancing and following all the norms. You will not do this, but surprisingly many tests and surveys have been done across India, and it has been seen that the cases in Delhi are not rising exponentially, but in Mumbai and Pune and various other parts, it has approximately 20 times, or in case of Mumbai, it has 40 times more spread than it is being told. And the tests were sero survey tests that were done recently, 2 weeks back. And there was also a private test done by Thyrocare that concluded that 1 in 4 Indians have is susceptible to catch this virus. Now, a very important part of this session, which is the economic impact of COVID crisis. Uh, this crisis, we have seen a lot of financial problem, and so it was compared with the 2008 global financial crisis. But many people, or the social media has failed itself to tell the correct part of this problem. That is, firstly, it is a biological crisis. The financial problem is a secondary problem. 2008 was a completely financial crisis. It was followed up by the mishandling of finances by the banks, and so it spiraled down. But this is a completely biological crisis. So what happened was, when everything was under lockdown, the supply chains were disrupted, and in the case of India, 50% of GDP comes from the SME sector, and they were not addressed. There was no strong stimulus. The stimulus that was given was just 1% or 1.5% of the GDP. That was very low, the actual stimulus. So now the last point for this session is the exams in the age of corona pandemic, which is the fight between life versus exam. And many people across India have demanded for the postponement of exams, and 11 students from 11 different cities have gone to Supreme Court, and Supreme Court have given them a decision, and they have said that life cannot be stopped. And I am quoting the statement of Justice Arun Mishra, that life cannot be stopped, and we have to move ahead with all safeguards, and we cannot stop exams, we should move on. So this was the statement by Supreme Court Justice Arun Mishra. Obviously, many countries have conducted elections, but you have to take into account various factors. For example, population density, what SOPs are government following, are if they have issued these SOPs, are people following it or not, and the final decision making authority rests within the power of the government. Approximately 10 lakh persons will appear for JEE, and 17 lakh will appear for NEET. Plus they are teenagers, so their parents will also go, and there is no certain sure shot sign that the virus spread will come to a halt till that time. So, but the final decision rests with the government, and here it is important that we should all go with our common sense and not what somebody tells us. So that is all for today, and I'm leaving this session with one question, and the question is, what if you would have been on an administrative power, what would be the 5-point agenda according to you that you have done to encounter this problem? So with that question, I am ending this note, and thank you.